See the rapids here, at one time that was like our Garden of Eden. That had everything you needed, whether it be food or subsistence things. Materials for lodging, clean water, everything was here to lead a good life, you know. Standing right where a village would have been. There was a village where that first plaque I showed you, and there was a village between Bridge Street right in here too. When they treated us all the villages along the Grand River. So basically wherever there's a river that goes in, like the Rogue River or the Maple River or the Red Cedar River or the Flat River, there was a village there. And that's how the government treated us as Grand River bands. So it's plural.
Federal recognition enables tribes to be able to provide public safety, a court system. They can provide housing, health, you know, all sorts of education services to their members. You're a government within a government. It shouldn't take decades for tribes to achieve federal recognition, especially tribes that we know were here. The Grand River bands, in my opinion, should have been recognized a long time ago. And Ron Yob, the chairman of the Grand River Bands of Odawa Indians, is definitely a part of that.
There was a constant plea right from the time the treaties were signed to have the government uphold their side of the bargain. And so I put our tribe back together and went around the state and searched out our people. So we had to do a lot of research and a lot of documentation to meet all the criteria. And we petitioned to reaffirm our status. If we didn't keep this fight up, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, someone could say, well, whatever happened to those Grand River Indians?
My name is Frances Campo, and I'm a member of the Grand River Bands of Ottawa Indians. My parents raised me to be Grand River Bands of Ottawa Indian. My father is Grand River Bands of Ottawa Indians. My mother is Little Traverse Bay Bands of Ottawa Indians. My dad died waiting for federal recognition. Here we are, years later, still working on it. And it's been a long, long time.
Well, I asked the president of Grand Valley if we could put a little park on the corner here, because he liked the idea. So I said we wanted to put some kind of dedication to the village site that was here. And then he asked me if would I write something, would I write a script for the plaque. And I had my mother tell me how to say this in the native tongue, and on this side it's written in our language. Bawatine in our language means the rapids of the river. This is a map before the 1836 treaty. We're right here. This is Indian country. Then on the other side, it will tell you about the treaty. Funny thing about that 1821 treaty is it was written in 1821 and our people got their settlement for it around 1979. Now those Indian mounds there, those are totally fake. They're very kind of insulting. I finally got them to put in there their symbolic mounds. And this is where we started out our homecoming festival, or our gathering, I should call it, our homecoming gathering. And we ended up getting too big to be here. The women in our culture are the water protectors, you know. And when we do certain gatherings, they do a little water ceremony and do a blessing of the water. And then we have singers that will come sing songs at the same time and do an offering. And when they come, they bring from wherever they're living, they find the cleanest water they can bring, and they'll bring a little bottle of it, right? And then they pour it all together, and when they do their blessing, they offer it back to the river, and they're putting in good pure water as versus something with PFAS in it or contamination or, you know, waste materials. They're actually putting good water into it. And you know, this river here, if you put your foot in this river, you're actually connecting to the ocean, because there's this water will run to Lake Michigan, which will run around Lake Huron, will run up the St. Lawrence Seaway right into the ocean, and the oceans are all connected. So when you touch this water, that actually connects you with the rest of the world. We're always giving, even if it's just a little pinch, we're always doing tobacco offerings to the water. Kind of our gesture of giving back something, you know.
One of the things with federal recognition is that we are also stewards of the environment. In addition to water protectors, we have people who are striving in different ways to protect the waters because they are so important to the tribes in Michigan.
And someday this stuff will be condensed into probably a giant book, or maybe 2 or 3 books. And it's not ever going to be finished because we're always uncovering more stuff. It's going to end up being just establishing justice, you know, and doing something that's right and should not be denied. And I don't want my ancestors, whether they be great grandchildren of mine, that I will never know because I'll be passed on by them, but I don't want them to know that when their great-great-great-grandfather was alive, he didn't just be sitting on his butt watching the world pass by. He was actually being active and trying to regain their status for them, you know.